Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping. From the Babushka Lady who supposedly witnessed John F. Kennedy's assassination up close, to the ghost of Freddie Jackson who appeared in a photo after he died, there are many images in history that cannot be explained. Let's have a look at them. Number 10. Hook Island Sea Monster. Let's start with the sea anomaly that has left researchers scratching their heads. We know that humans have only scratched the surface when it comes to discovering the oceans. We've only studied 5 to 8% of all waters, so we don't know how many unknown sea creatures, or even monsters, exist in the depths of the sea. This one is also called the Tadpole Creature, which aptly describes how little we know about what the supposed sea monster looks like. Robert Leseric was on a boat trip with his family when he saw this creature swimming inside a lake in Queensland, Australia. He took a photo of this 75 to 90 foot long marine organism. The creature was immobile at the start, but when Robert tried to take more pictures of the thing, it began to move, after which he opened his gaping mouth wide. And that was the signal for Mr. and Mrs. Leseric to take off and run for their lives. Probably wisely so, despite the fact that no plausible explanation has been given to prove or disprove what was actually taken that day.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Number 9. The Hessdalen Lights. Just like with oceans, scientists try to assume that they know a lot about the air, but there are many things they cannot explain. People have experienced strange lights appearing across Norway's Hessdalen Valley since the 1930s. They look like a ball of light of different colors. These lights appear to hover or move sharply across the night skies, occurring with alarming regularity between 1981 to 1984. The lights attracted tourists who could see the lights 15 to 20 times a week on average. One photograph caught the phenomena beautifully, with the lights emerging as a giant ethereal cloud framed below a prismed rainbow. Although UFOs are often cited as the presumed culprit, scientists have come up with several hypotheses ranging from the combustion of natural elements to the ionization of some particles. But no proper explanation has been given by scientists. They lost against the world here, too. The light occurred at the start of the 21st century, but less often than before. This image still remains unexplained. Number 8. The Babushka Lady. Conspiracy theorists about the assassination of John F. Kennedy are still popular, even though it's been more than 50 years since the tragic event. But there is no JFK conspiracy that would be complete without the Babushka Lady. Many photos and videos of the assassination capture the lady in close proximity to the attack, including one taken moments after the shooting. Normally, whenever someone hears a shooting gun, they duck or flee, but curiously, the woman does not duck or flee when it occurs. Instead, she is shown filming from a valuable point that would have provided priceless footage. In 1963, people did not have phones or cameras in their pockets, so recordings weren't really common. That is why everyone tried to find her, because she could potentially have a valuable piece of information about the president's death. Despite numerous claims by individuals, Babushka Lady's identity has never been confirmed. The mystery surrounding her identity, attire, and actions puts her in the center of conspiracies, with some thinking she might have had a role in the attack itself. Number 7. SS Watertown Haunting. In 1924, while washing a cargo tank, 2 crewmen of the SS Watertown suddenly disappeared. After a while, they were presumed dead because they couldn't be found, and it was expected that the deaths were due to the leaking gas in the closed neighborhoods, and the bodies were buried at sea since the boat was nowhere to be found. A few days after the funeral, the crew claimed that they saw the faces of the dead in the waters, and some pictures of the sea were taken. We are surprised that they even had cameras available even back then. All except this one picture came out as normal. Moreover, This photo reportedly survived several expert investigations, and it was concluded that it was never doctored. While some articles, such as the Freudian Times, say that the photo was faked and debunked, conclusive evidence against its authenticity has yet to be agreed upon. Number 6. Tulip Staircase Ghost. A retired clergyman from British Columbia paid a visit to the Queen's Palace in the National Maritime Museum in Greenwich, England. Thinking he was alone, he used the opportunity to take a picture of the historic Tulip Staircase. But after the picture was developed, it was noticed that he was in fact not alone. An unmistakable entity, shrouded and despaired, looks like it's holding onto the railing and trying to climb the staircase. It could easily be real, because it's widely believed that the specific section of the museum is haunted, with strange paranormal phenomena having been reported in prior years. The photo was reportedly submitted for examination, and the findings stated that no alterations had been made. Number 5. Specter of Newby Church. We don't know about you, but old churches in towns give us a creepy feeling. Maybe it's because almost every scary movie has some affiliation with the church. This photo, taken in 1963 of the Newby Church in North Yorkshire, UK, shows a creepy and unexplained figure in the right corner of the picture. It is believed that the figure was the ghost of a 16th century monk, and he appears to have a shroud over his face and his hands in a position of worship or mourning. Most churches are centuries old, and so it could be possible that something sinister happened there. Experts have examined the photo, and though the figure was theorized to be a case of double exposure, it was later concluded that this is not the case, and that the photo is genuine. But that isn't even the spookiest part. If you start measuring the height of the figure, it could easily be 9 feet tall. Scared yet? If not, the next one will definitely have you crawling inside of the blanket. Number 4. Goddard Squadron Ghost, aka the Ghost of Freddy Jackson. If you're a specialist in ghost photos, this is your holy grail. Reports tell us that Freddie Jackson was an air mechanic who died in an accident by an airplane propeller. The squadron of Sir Victor Goddard took a photo together without Freddie 2 days after the death of the air mechanic. Next thing you know, Freddie turns up when the picture was refined and developed. In the back row on the left side, the face of the dead mechanic, not wearing a hat, appears behind one of the soldiers' heads. Believers insist that this photo is evidence of the presence of spirits in our physical world, especially considering it was produced in 1919, many years before modern photo tampering software could have rendered such a believable fake. People justify the presence of spirits in our physical world, and when asked for proof, they give this picture as evidence. Number 3. Black Knight Satellite. A large object can be seen orbiting the Earth in space in a picture released by NASA in 1998. When it was released, conspiracy theorists were the first ones to jump to the conclusion that there was some alien spaceship that had been surveilling Earth and the lives of humans for 13,000 years. But unlike most theories, this one isn't fake. Their evidence runs all the way back to Nikola Tesla's 1899 radio experiments that recorded the sound of extraterrestrial creatures. Space journalist and former NASA engineer James Oberg offers a much more reasonable explanation. It's a thermal blanket, confirmed lost on one of the space missions, or some other type of debris, but nothing has been proven, even after 22 years. Is there something fishy going on in NASA's offices? And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by one of our subscribers, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it on over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. Number 2. Grand Canyon Grim Reaper. Reddit has been one of the most important places on the internet when it comes to people sharing their personal experiences and stories. During the early 2000s, when the website was still new, this picture surfaced there and has been the subject of critical analysis since. It is not clear who took the photo or even posted this picture, but the user claimed that the photo, taken sometime in the 70s or 80s, shows his uncle standing on a rock ledge overlooking the Grand Canyon. Now, A picture of someone overlooking the Grand Canyon can be terrifyingly beautiful in its own right, but could it be sinister as well? Well, anything is possible. The photo was developed, and that is when people started realizing that there was a figure standing in the foliage behind him. The person appears to be wearing a black coat, looks much taller than a human, and very much resembles the Grim Reaper. The uncle and his friends who took the photo claimed that they were the only ones occupying that spot of the canyon and never saw the figure. Anybody else have goosebumps? Number 1. White Lady of Worsteds Church. And now for our top creepy picture. We bring to you the White Lady of Worsteds Church. This picture is highly believed as the most real ghost picture ever produced. Peter Berthelot took a photo of his wife praying alone on one of the church benches. First, it was believed that there was nothing wrong with the picture, but when the photo was developed, it showed that the wife was not alone at all, as there appears to be a whitish figure sitting behind her. Further investigation revealed that the ghost of an 1800s healer called the White Lady was long believed to haunt the church grounds, and that the photo apparently captured the entity. Diane Berthelot believed in the validity of the photo so much that it resurrected her religious verve. That is our list of top 10 creepy pictures that have no explanation. Which one scared you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.